many of you are staying home and limiting trips to the grocery store, too many still aren't. What the experts are telling us is that we must do everything we can today and tomorrow to set us on the right path for next week and next month. It takes time for the effects of our actions to be felt, so if we don't want our hospitals to be overwhelmed, in the coming weeks, we need to make the right choices, and we need to make them now. Our public healthcare system is strong, and our healthcare professionals are remarkable, but they're facing a threat. If every single one of us steps up right now, we can.
I listen to him every day.
If you listen to doctors, if you stay home, if you stay away from other people, we won't overwhelm our hospitals. We will protect our doctors and nurses. We will protect our friends and neighbors. It's going to take distancing and time to flatten the curve, but that's how we'll get through this. So
almost talks to us like kids.
Together,
not quite though.
By staying apart. We'll keep working around the clock to get you the help you need to do just that. Pour protéger votre emploi, votre entreprise, votre salaire, on a lancé le plan économique à 3
brought in a 3-point plan that will help you until things get better. Thanks to the emergency wage subsidy, we are helping your employers to keep you on the payroll. With the new guaranteed loans for all businesses, we have business owners who can now receive credit in order to come through.
And he's pretty punctual. 11:15 on the dot. Almost every day. The times when he was late was when he was talking to the premiers and things like that.
Just yesterday, we announced the biggest economic measures in our lifetime. Governments of all orders are organizing the most significant civic mobilization since World War II. Doctors and nurses,
basically, he's telling everyone,
air cargo operators are scaling up operations to levels we've never seen before in our history. But here's the truth.
And doing call-outs to various businesses across the country, saying, this business is doing a great job. This business is doing a great job. This business is helping us all. So.
Your grandfather may have served his country by going abroad and fighting a war. Your mother may have fought for more equality.
I just got in touch with one of the students that I thought I wouldn't be able to get a hold of. So that makes me feel good. And these are two women who are both very uneducated. We call them literacy learners. And they will also always be literacy learners because they didn't have an education back home. But I've gotten both of them ready. So the one, I got her email address. The other one that I talked to today, I hope to get her email address tomorrow. I don't know if I will be able to.
I'd like to talk about the supply chain and PPE. We're hearing all sorts of stories about medical equipment being diverted. Have you been talking to the Americans?
Yeah, so I'm going to stay out of the grocery store
for Canada and the need for that equipment
until tomorrow. Tomorrow I have the appointment to get my tires changed. Snow tires to summer tires or all season tires. So I'll do that and I will go to the grocery store, not to Sobeys but to my Zehrs, to get all the stuff that my sister-in-law and I still have on the grocery list.
to ensure that equipment intended for Canada comes to Canada.
There's nothing essential, there's nothing rush. The few things that she asked me about I already had because I am properly stocked. The stuff that I need all the time, I made sure I had lots of. said oatmeal, so obviously we both eat oatmeal every morning for breakfast. Yeah, I have oatmeal, so I'll have to make sure there's, well, there is. I think I have 4 packages of oatmeal.
Are very extensive, but it's the same in Canada. So we have to work together to ensure that we can control the spread of this virus. So we're working with the U.S. and we will continue to work with the U.S. to ensure that we have the equipment that we need.
Thank you. Merci. The next question, Alex Donegal, Toronto Star, line open.
Morning, Prime Minister. You mentioned getting more information on the numbers and predictions soon. What does soon mean, and what information specifically are you referring to?
What does soon mean?
There has been tremendous transparency on the
Whenever he gives an answer, he goes back first to the stock answer, you know, the official answer, and then he elaborates. Is definitely he's got the message. He's got the message memorized.
Kids can see their friends again when we're going to be through this phase and get back to work. Those analyses depend.
He is so prepared. He's unbelievable. He was a public speaker, a trained public speaker. He did all that stuff, so he knows how to talk, and he knows how to prepare himself for a speech or a lecture. Yeah, so you saw that I wish he wouldn't do that. He does his own translations. Why do they bother with a translator for him if he is always translating himself? So then when he does a translation, the translator comes on and translates it back into English. So he keeps everyone working. Anyway. Yes. It was so nice to see Gail. I missed her yesterday. When I went out, she was almost at the end of the street, and I didn't feel like calling her back yesterday. And the other neighbor, Leo and Judy from a couple of houses down were coming this way, so I chatted with them for a minute before they went on their walk, and by that time I couldn't get to Gail.
You yourself a couple days ago described some of the scenarios as fairly dire. Why is it that you can't release the projections that you have now, the range of scenarios that you talked about from
There's one thing about it, the door behind him. That door is the door of Rideau Cottage, and there's a panel, right, and a rectangular panel right behind his head, and the bottom left corner of that panel has got a white spot on it, and that has bugged me from day one. Can they not paint that little white spot? What is that white spot? Everything else is black. Why don't they paint that white spot on the bloody panel of the door? You see it every day. He goes inside, he doesn't touch that. Someone could paint that. Just saying. That bugs me. That's what I'm OCD about. The little details. Physical distancing. You know we should say that. Okay, social distancing. Yeah, because Gail and I are being social when we physically distance ourselves. Right, Julia? We're being social. She comes out of the bedroom looking. What's going on here? What's going on here? Yeah. Yeah, they do talk to us, but they talk to each other too. Don't tell me that cats don't talk to each other. They make regular sounds to each other. Yeah.
Whether they continue to
Yeah, so I'm learning how to. I'm glad I got a hold of Howell. I got a hold of her.
Good morning, just along the same
Yeah.
lines. Those modeling scenarios, is it because you're concerned that data will cause a
The
lot
people
of
who die
damage?
from
That's
this
because
virus,
a
I
lot of
mean,
people want to know where we are at.
ordinary people and celebrities,
In
or
other
parents of
countries such as the
celebrities.
United
So
States, they are
Winston
providing
and
information to citizens.
the Marsalis's father
For people to get
died
information so that they can know
from
what
the
to expect.
coronavirus.
But at the same time, the important thing is for
I guess
people
some
to
people
know
are very
choices
public
and
and
their
very
behavior
sociable.
now
That's why they call
have
it
a
social
direct
distancing.
impact on any model that we may end up seeing. And
I am not very social.
the next few
Sociable?
weeks of
I don't know what I am.
As I said, we're going to be in this position for
I like
several
getting
weeks,
together with you guys
months.
at a distance.
We need to send a
I
clear
even
message
find
to Canadians.
um,
And in order to give clear information to Canadians, we need to analyze
FaceTime
data. And the fact is that we are
awkward.
sharing data. There are models out there that people are looking at.
I mean, I've gotten used to it over the past week because, you know, seeing a lot of people face to face. And Stephanie has eased me into it, back into it. I actually had to go get the app, the
Well, I think that many governments around the world are going to be reflecting on that very
oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, I had to put it back on my dock.
We will certainly learn a great deal from
Put it back on my dock because I had removed it from my dock.
for us.
I hadn't removed the application from my computer, but it was not in my dock anymore because I thought, I don't like FaceTime. Why do I have FaceTime on my dock? Because I don't use it. Well, I have lots of things on my dock that I don't use, which I should get rid of. But because there is the occasional time when I might use them, I do have them on, and there's FaceTime, and I will leave it on there now. The rest are on my dock because I do occasionally use them. The rest of them, well, yeah, that's why I have things on my dock, because I do use them. And that's why FaceTime wasn't there.
The Canadian press, line open.
Canadian alcohol sales have risen 40% in past month.
Can you tell us what metrics are going into those analysis? What are the key things that you're asking to be told about that are guiding your decision making right now?
What we've been working with the provinces on is ensuring that we have the best possible data. We've seen over the past days there's been a lot of clearing of the backlog.
Lots of deaths in the world. I'm watching the, it's not a ticker tape, I actually like this one much better than a ticker tape. That's why I watch CBC Newsnet, because they have a way better ticker tape than the other places.
We look forward to being able to share more information soon.
It's more readable.
Go ahead, Mia.
I'm also wondering if you're talking about Canadians not staying home, and some are, but there are still too many that are not. Does Canada have the ability, and would you consider using that ability to issue a national mandatory stay-at-home order?
That would be part of the Emergency Measures Act that could be brought in.
Emergency Measures
At
Act.
this point, we've been working very closely with the provinces who themselves have more measures that they have the ability to put in. We've seen certain provinces bringing in more and more stiff measures.
Yeah, I think rather than using the Emergency Measures Act to force people to stay home, just let the provinces take care of
their significant powers under the Emergencies Act, and we're not quite yet at that point.
their, because everybody that I see is staying home.
Other countries have been able to release detailed modeling. For example,
But
New Zealand is
Gail was telling me about that, her sister's neighbors in Kitchener. Well, those are the exceptions. I hope, when I mentioned to my student today, stay home, you know, she's one of those people where I don't know if she would listen or not, because she hasn't been home. She hasn't been answering the phone for 3 days. So now she finally answered the phone. I don't know where she was or what she was doing, but I think she was out. And I think she may be one of those people that was not paying attention. But anyway, so now you see what I do every day at 11:15. I listen to my Prime Minister. Hey, I feel close to him. I saw him when he was a little kid at the front of his house. I saw him through the fence. My school bus drove by and he was playing in the front yard on Sussex Drive, 24 Sussex Drive, which used to be the Prime Minister's residence, but now that it needs renovations, it is not currently the Prime Minister's residence. Rideau Cottage is the Prime Minister's residence. And the front door has a white spot. Paint missing. Fix it. Yeah, he keeps on expressing that people have to stay home and be isolated.
These passengers specifically from Florida, how are they going to be getting home, and will they be quarantined somewhere specifically or just asked to go home?
My understanding is they will be flown home on a charter flight, but we're still looking for those details, and we will ensure that they are isolated when they get home.
Here he goes again.